All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarasun Seti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarasun Seti YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all know what it is. Black Power, Black Frequency. If you're feeling that frequency and energy, you should most definitely join. Link right down in the video description is in the chat. Click it. You'll get a video introduction rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasun Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. Ring the alarm, KingSeti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasun Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for your family. I know you're going to like and love. Check the catalog. Get you something. Get a discount. Shop and save, save and shop. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, Seti University. We talking about over 2,000 videos, over 40 different subjects, all the subjects that you know and love from the general. Plus, we got hand-picked documentaries and lectures from the grand master teachers that's gonna rock the consciousness of all black people everywhere on the planet. There's not another website that can compare or compete. I want you to become a member today and gain access to a great treasure chest of African wisdom and knowledge. That's right. And we all know that SETI is popping on Patreon. BPC making noise. We never come. We talking about exclusive live streams only to be seen on Patreon. It's a hell of a platform. I'm not, like other Patreon platforms that just upload. I go live on my platform. I make sure I go live. So you get you get that access to the general because when you live, you got, it brings out something in you. So, that's an exquisite presentation. And so you're getting the most update presentation also. And so you most definitely want access to that. We got over 500 exclusive live streams on the Patreon. You can't beat it, family. And I'm on Rumble. I'm going to be a disgruntled nigga on Rumble. I want you to be disgruntled with me. All you have to do is become a subscriber. And we can take this roller coaster ride together. We're going to disrupt class on Rumble with nothing but African truth and reality. Become a subscriber today. All the family out there, donate to the general. I thank you. I appreciate the fact you appreciate me. Any of the family out there would like to donate. The link is in the video description, is in the chat. Click it, donate. I appreciate you. I thank you ahead of time. Make sure you subscribe to all of my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarasun Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. Now, we didn't got off with Terrence Howard. Now, they didn't tell me that Terrence Howard was talking about this nigga Silly Billy Carson. Now, I know why the nigga put the wig on. I know why the nigga put the wig on this time. Now, I'm going to go look for them videos on his ass, too. I'm going to go get them videos on this nigga, Silly, and Terrence Howard. Terrence Howard, you understand what I'm saying? Teresa Howard. You're getting up there with a wig on his head, and because he following Silly Billy Carson and the emerald tablets of Thoth, you see that they supposedly found down in the middle of the ocean. Now, they say they found it in the pyramid. Now they want to say the pyramid, that they found down in the middle of the goddamn ocean. I said, well, goddamn, how could the motherfucker hold his breath? They didn't change that one. They say they found the motherfucker in a treasure chest down on the bottom of the ocean. I said, well, goddamn, how the fuck did he get down there? Yeah, they didn't even have submarines. And so say he swam. And I said, goddamn, that motherfucker must have been Aquaman. Motherfucker must have been Aquaman to goddamn hold his breath that goddamn long to get down to the bottom of the ocean. Say this motherfucker swam down to the bottom of the ocean and retrieve the emerald tablet. I say, well, God damn it, I guess if you'll believe anything, you'll believe that. And so we got to resonate today, family. It's all about resonating on your own frequency of black divinity. That's all I'm asking from you, family. I don't want you to believe no more mythologies. You see, our ancestors never intended for us to be worshiping no goddamn aliens from no other galaxy. You see, we were studying the stars. We understand that we one with the stars. We understand we one with the cosmos. We understand that everything out there is in here. You see, and so when we mapped out the constellation and the stars, and you see, we put our divine heroes and sheroes, great African queens and kings and goddesses and gods we put up in the sky. Those are only symbols of ourselves, because we looking in a mirror. Them ain't no goddamn Anunnaki from no other goddamn planet. Yeah, I understand when I break down the Anunnaki. See, I understand that that's us. That's not nobody from no other planet. That's us. You see what I'm saying? So, we got to quit trying to find another goddamn religion or another Bible. We done crawled out of one genie lamp. Now we trying to crawl into another genie lamp. And let a motherfucker put the top on the motherfucker, trap us in it. You see, we got to think outside of the book. You see, you can't trap God in no damn book or what we know. And when I say God, I'm thinking of all the frequencies and energies in the universe in combination. The ones we know, the ones we don't know, the ones we see, the ones we don't see. You see, it's an infinite creation out here, infinite possibilities. We understand that. But your mind, but in all that infinite possibility, there's laws that keep us on the straight and narrow. Though it's infinite possibility, there are laws that keep us from, losing ourselves in shit like this. You losing yourself, nigga. You talking about some motherfucker. No, what our ancestors saw, they saw that, the very carbon that we see out there, we call cosmic melanin. See, we got to understand, let me tell y'all something, which Billy Carson, I hope you watching me, Billy. And it very well may be too late for you, but we have to understand, and I give this lesson, this is a lesson that I give, so people can understand it, and this is, when you, like I say, when you open up your computer, and this is the one that I give, when you open up and you boot your computer, the first thing gonna come up is the operating system. It's either gonna say Microsoft, if you own a Mac, whatever the latest operating system, that's gonna come up. That's gonna be the first thing that boot. Okay, now everything else is a program. See, and so the thing is, you can't even download a program onto a computer unless it got an operating system. If you ain't got no operating system, it's gonna be blank. You see, it'll let you know you need an operating system. And so, it'll tell you to download, and, if you own a Mac, it'll tell you to go to the Mac store and get the latest operating system. And once you download an operating system, then you can begin to download programs. Okay. And so for us, see, a lot of people don't understand that. For us, our operating system got to be black divinity. Now, another thing about the operating system, it dictates the programs, the language of the program. If the program is not synced to the operating system, it won't upload. It just won't. It will say not compatible, and it'll let you know. Most of the time, if it can download onto a Mac, it'll say Like they got iTunes for Macs. Then they got iTunes for Windows. They got iTunes but it'll tell you that it's either for Windows or it's for Mac. And you can have iTunes for both. Now, even though iTunes very well may be an Apple or a Mac program, if you get iTunes for Microsoft and try to download it on a Mac, it's not going to download. It's not going, because the language is different. You see, the language is different. It's not going to download. And so you have to understand that operating system is key, is motherfucking key. It dictates the language of all the programs that you download onto the computer. Now, what is the operating system of the world today? Dr. Francis Cress Welsing will tell you it's white supremacy. You see what I'm saying? And so that's the general operating system of the world right now today. White supremacy. That's the operating system. And so most programs that motherfuckers download today speak to the operating system of white supremacy. You see, even these niggas out here that claim black power, you see what I'm saying? See, they black power is not operating as an operating system. It's operating as a program downloaded on an operating system of white supremacy. See, it still speaks to white supremacy because you go, and we got to be real about it now. If you want to be real, we got to be real now. You see, if you got to get up, you go to work. I ain't telling you got to feed your family. You can't feed. You have to. You have to. But you might, when you get off of work, you listen to me, and I love you. Don't get me wrong. Don't take me as if I'm attacking. I'm not attacking. I'm just letting you know why we in this motherfucking predicament. Don't make you a bad person because you want to eat. You want to feed your family. They don't make you a bad person. But we talking about why we haven't overcome. Okay? And so the reason is, no matter whether we black power, other groups do what they want to do, and this, that, and the third, they function within the operating system of white supremacy. They don't go too far from that. They don't go too far from that. They get their ass up, they go to work. You understand what I'm saying? They maintain, they stay in line to most of the time and shit. You see, they work within that system because they know if they come out here, you understand what I'm saying, on some radical shit, for real, how that it's not going to download. Really, it's going to say, will not download. That's what it's going to say, and you're going to have problems. And so since most motherfuckers know they want to eat, they want to do this, they stay within the parameter of the operating system. Okay, so for all my family out there, so we understand this. I'm giving you an equation, not to attack, because it's not to attack. It's to express understanding, so we understand what it looked like when we liberated. Okay? We understand what it looks like when we're liberated. And it's no operating on a white power, white supremacist operating system. It must be black power operating system, not a program. Like I said, this is you be having what they call iTunes for Microsoft. You see? And so a lot of motherfuckers got they black power for white supremacy. You see what I'm saying? It's able to be downloaded onto that power, that operating system of white supremacy. It's a program. It's not an operating system. It's a program. Today, mostly all this shit out here motherfuckers is talking is not operating systems. They're programs. And that's what and so when we understand that, we begin to see why we truly are not free. You know, you got to replace that operating system. You got to get in there a black divinity, black power operating system. That means ain't shit gonna download in our community that don't speak to that reality. If it calls for us to allow motherfuckers to take over 80% of the economy of our community, it will not download if you operating on a black power operating system. When your ass wake up and you just like you turn that computer on, and when your eye, even when you sleep, you thinking black divinity, you thinking black power. You will not allow nothing that's outside of that to be downloaded onto your hard drive, period. If it calls you to have to demean yourself to go work for this goddamn Cro-Magnon or do we understand why people do it. I'm not saying don't eat, but eventually we got to get past that motherfucking excuse. We got to get past the excuse now. We got to get past that excuse. We cannot continue to say, oh, okay, bitch, you got to eat forever. So that means you going to work for the white man forever? Because you got to eat? Or is you going to eventually cleanse your hard drive? God damn it, it might have to throw the whole motherfucking hard drive and get a new one. You see what I'm saying? And start over, nigga, and download nothing but black divinity and black power and operate within that frame of reference. This is not an operating system. This is like they say, again, this is like you got iTunes for Microsoft. You got black power for white supremacy. This is black power for white supremacy, or whatever is black Islam for white supremacy. Whatever it is, black Christianity for white supremacy is able to exist within that frame and structure. Whereas on a black divinity, black power operating system, it's not going to download. You're not going to be able, it's not going to compute. Anytime you try to download some shit that's going to speak against your black divinity, it'll say it's not compatible. It's not compatible. This shit ain't compatible. We can't do this. This shit our operating system will not allow us to do no shit like this. You see? And so when we think of this shit that this nigga, Billy Carson, is trying to run down on us, another form, and like I say, you got to hear a slick talking nigga when you hear one. And I'm going to say it just like this, because it's obvious what he's doing. Because he's talking. You see what I'm saying? He's throwing out so much information. A lot of times you get information overload. Before you can clearly interpret and dissect one thing, he didn't already put in your mind some more crazy shit. 10 more concepts, 15 more concepts. You see what I'm saying? And so you motherfucker be having information overload. You know what I'm saying? So when you hear him talk about the Bible, you see, he talk about the Quran, and he talk about all these other books. What's the difference between the Bible and the Emerald Tablets? Huh? What's the difference between the Bible and the Emerald Tablets? Nothing. He talks about Yahweh and say Yahweh is, but he says Yahweh and all, and Jesus is an Anunnaki and all of this shit. It ain't like he ain't saying they ain't real. He's saying they motherfucking Anunnakis. So what's the difference between Allah and Yahweh and motherfucking in Leo and Inky and Anu and all these other Marduk? And what's the difference? He's saying they're real. And at the same time, he's telling you that religion is fake. He's telling you to believe in yours. I hear him saying slick shit like he know. And then at the same time, he's saying what he's trying to expose, he's actually communicating. You see what I'm saying? At the same time, to get you off of one hook and onto another hook. You see what I'm saying? It's like you got 4 eyes on the goddamn on the stove top, and you jump out of one frying pan into the other frying pan. He say, jump that frying pan right there. That ain't good for you. That one up there, that ain't good. That's Jesus and motherfucker, and come over here, motherfucker. So you jump out of one frying pan into the other. You jump out of one silly ass belief into the other. And this one very well might be even more sillier than the one you done goddamn jumped out of. Huh? Did you think about that? Did you think about that? Tell you God is fake, but yet all he's teaching you about is gods, Anunnakis, and goddamn, and yeah, we understand that's us. That ain't no goddamn mythological motherfuckers in the sky. Those are images of ourselves. When, what's up is down. That's a mirror image of ourselves. So those icons that you see in the constellation, those are our great heroes and sheroes that perform magnificently right down here on the planet. Ain't no goddamn Anunnaki from no other damn planet. You starting to lose yourself. You and see, if you get into this matrix, and what he gonna do is he gonna shoot your ass through a wormhole. And when you go through that motherfucking wormhole, you're gonna be on the other side of the goddamn galaxy. I understand, L. I understand the African origins of that. I understand that. I'm not dismissing that. You know what I'm saying? But that's us. When you see L, you see the image of Osiris. That's us. You see what I'm saying? Sitting on the throne. That's us. They say, so we don't want, no frivolous concepts where, some, they saying that the Anunnaki built up Egypt. And what he's using to justify that is the emerald tablets. And we had enough of some goddamn tablets. Moses tablet. I mean, unless you talking about some stela from ancient Egypt, we don't want to hear no more about no one tablet. You see this nigga saying 2 tablets, and no, nigga, you're not about to get away with no 2 tablets. And we got all these stones in Egypt, all this all these scripts and manuscripts in Egypt that's letting us know who we are. You see what I'm saying? And we gonna go and we gonna close our eyes to all this writing that our ancestors that then provided for us and showed us that we the gods, that ain't nothing that all the, see, he's trying to take from us the glory of our ancestors. Ain't no aliens created nothing in Africa. Everything was created by the ingenuity of African men and women that perform on such a level so advanced that they deified us. They didn't come from no goddamn it. They came from the Nile Valley. The constellation and star system that these so-called Anunnaki came from was the Nile Valley. They didn't come from no goddamn Pleiades or nothing like that. Those were icons of African ancestors that had did profound research, had created all type of science and mathematics and technology that caused us to venerate them in such a glorified state that we put them in the sky. But those are images of ourselves, not no goddamn men and space men and women that's coming from some other motherfucking galaxy. We got to stop this madness. We got to stop this madness where this man is telling you that these emerald tablets, these fictional emerald, this is his main reference. This is his main reference, some fake goddamn tablet. You understand what I'm saying? And he's not using anything because he know good and goddamn well that he'll be a goddamn lie to say our ancestors said they came. Yeah, we understand in the concept when they say we come from the universe. We understand that that's science. We understand that when we look at the atom and then we look at the universe, the same model for the atom is the universe. We see the creation in ourselves. You see? We see creation in ourselves. That's what we're saying. Not that some other motherfucker come from somewhere else. And they always equate that wherever that motherfucker, whether it be a god, that Anunnaki, that they greater than us. And that means if they greater than us, then we have to bow. You listen to me. I'm going to show you the slick shit that he's doing. Now, just like God and shit, God is greater than us. God, so we bow down to God. Whatever God say, and they say this is God's word. So if God is all powerful and we just little minuscule ants on the ground, we gonna bow down to God. If the Anunnaki can come across the universe in spaceship and shit, and they brought the sign, they greater than us. We have to bow down. And if they wrote the emerald tablets, obviously that's a science. That's information that's far greater than anything that we could develop. So we gonna bow down to some emerald tablet. Ain't no goddamn Thoth wrote no goddamn emerald tablet. They already said the motherfucker Maurice Dorrell wrote the goddamn emerald tablets. Go look that shit up in 1930. Talking about he went into the goddamn pyramid and found some goddamn emerald tablets in the pyramid. And these goddamn crackers been over there stealing everything that ain't nailed to the ground. And you mean to tell me as many motherfuckers been in the Great Pyramid stealing and robbing, and you mean to tell me they didn't see no goddamn emerald tablets in there? And he was the first one to go in there to goddamn see the emerald tablets, and these motherfuckers over there thieving, stealing these motherfuckers still a grain of sand. You understand what I'm saying? There's still a grain of sand out the Sahara. You understand what I'm saying? And take it back to the goddamn British Museum. You see, that's how thieving these motherfuckers is. And so you mean to tell me they didn't see that? That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. So you believe that. So Maurice Dorrell become your great, the one that control your mind and your destiny. And Billy Carson is a high priest of Maurice Dorrell and shit, and he's taken just like a cauldron because he's like, one of these sorcerers and these conjurers who take bits and pieces. He done took Maurice Dorrell. He done took Zachariah Stitch, and he done took Madame Blavatsky. He done put what's the other motherfucker? And all the rest of them motherfuckers. And put them in the cauldron and shook them up. Even got Charles Darwin. So the shit that he's talking about, is a mix between Zachariah Stitching and Charles Darwin. Then on the other thing, and people can't see this is actually the motherfucking script for Stargate, for Star Wars, and came out before goddamn Billy Carson. So he's only regurgitating what's already. So this motherfucker then took the script for goddamn Stargate and made it into a goddamn a movement. And you niggas get mad at me because most people out here, whether they want to see it or not, whether they, it's a block. You know what I'm saying? It's a block that, a mental block. It's there, but you just don't want to acknowledge it. I don't know what the fuck it is, but is here right here in front of your eyes. And so if you can believe goddamn Billy Carson, motherfucker, well, you might as well believe Star Trek and goddamn and join the Star and become a Trekkie, or or motherfucker become one of the Star Wars fans. I see everywhere when they had the movies, they motherfuckers put on all their costumes. They come out to their conferences and shit, and they had their lightsabers and all that shit. Motherfuckers dress up as Chewbacca, motherfuckers Klingons and shit, and motherfucking Vulcan and all that goddamn shit. Motherfuckers be out there like Spock and shit. I can't do that shit. And then doing the V with their hands and shit. Well, then, motherfucker, you might as well go on out there, motherfucker, and join them then. You might as well go on out there and join them. Motherfucker, get your Star Wars outfit on, nigga. And when they come out and have a conference, take your black ass down there. You believe in some dumb shit like this. You are primordial. And I, for the love of me, I say, goddamn, black people will believe any goddamn thing other than the truth. Why is it so hard for our people to accept the truth of who they is, primordial? Every goddamn organization today is anti-African. Even niggas in Africa. Even African people, wherever they is they anti-African. They rather be something totally motherfucker. It's easier for them to be opposite of themselves. What's the problem? What's the goddamn problem with our people? We is in a state of total confusion, and we got to wake up. We got to wake up. And so I have to stand on the front line because I got to put this shit up for my people. You know what I'm saying? So that they can have some markers, and I'm gonna keep hitting until I feel exhausted. When I feel that I didn't hit all angles on this subject, when I feel that I didn't hit all angles on this, then until then, you can expect that all you niggas out there that thought you would get away with spreading this garbage, you thought you was gonna, watch Anunnaki movies all day, every day, and spread, man, you help the Billy, I'm gonna fuck you. No, nigga, I seen that Sarah, nigga. Don't be coming over here, bitch, nigga. That's what them niggas gonna say to you. You gonna be like, man, you gonna thinking you can come spread that, man, you hip to Billy Carson? Yeah, motherfucker, we hip to him. We just saw that General SETI motherfucking documentary on that nigga. What you was about to say? Oh yeah, you right. Yeah, the motherfucker gonna change up quick. Yeah, I seen it too. Yeah, that nigga General be dropping it. That's what you gonna say, nigga. That's what you gonna say. You think you gonna fool the people, but it's not gonna be done. And so that's what I'm doing, family. I'm just putting up information that where it's enough videos, because there's a lot of videos out there. So I got to put up, you know what I'm saying, where the family can go to about 25, 30 motherfucking videos. Nothing but hard hitting ass pro-black African-centered information, nigga, destroying all falsehood and fake lies on our people. I want to thank you, family. I want to thank you. Yeah. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. For real. You see what I'm saying? And I have to do this. I have to do it, and nothing else, man. I think about all the grandmaster teachers that put their life into this. It's my turn. I know it is. I don't have to ask nobody shit. I'm gonna hold the gate. Ain't no motherfucker coming through this gate. You could believe that. I don't give a fuck who you think you is. You're not coming through the gate. So you could try. You understand what I'm saying? You can try, but you will fail trying to come through this gate. I try to teach, but that ain't my thing, man. I'm a battle scholar. You see what I'm saying? I see niggas out there, they thinking, y'all still small time. I ain't fucking with you niggas. I ain't got to jump on everybody. You the type, most of these motherfuckers out here, the type of motherfucker, they get to, they be practicing, they be shadow boxing, and they fuck around and hit themselves in the eye. You see what I'm saying? Some motherfuckers, you ain't even got to throw a blow. You just watch them and shit, and eventually they gonna hit their own self in the eye. Like, man, get the fuck on. I ain't about to be fucking with you. Yeah, and then you got certain cats that just need to be hit. That need to be hit. I'm probably got one more left in me for the night, family. I thank you for being here. Yeah, thank you. And I appreciate all y'all for coming in and building with the general. If nothing else, show your ass up, show up for class. Let's build, take this information, go to the public and spread the word. You see what I'm saying? And as long as we doing what we supposed to, that we shall not fail. Please believe it. No, they cannot beat this team. This team, Black Power, is number one. You feel what I'm saying? And they can try, but they will not prevail over this team. This is General Sarah Sunasetti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black Power.